It's his fault.
Probably me. I've always loved haunted houses. I've always done the big yard haunt. I was that guy in the neighborhood that put on the crazy elaborate scenes, and it just evolved until one day, finally in 2005, it kept growing and growing to where it took up every inch of our yard, of our big corner lot. So big that I had to go to the local high school and get their theater team to come out and help be my monsters and my ghouls. And it just grew from there. In 2006, she made me take a year off to decide if we were really going to do this, take it to the next level, or just stop, because it really shut down our whole subdivision when traffic would come in. They had to hire constables to direct traffic. So it got a little crazy. So in 06 we took off, 07 we started up again, and
here we are.
Here we are.
Crazy.
She's got the love of raising money and philanthropy, and I like to entertain and scare the crap out of people. I love because it just, the magic of it, the surprise, the scare. There's what's not to like about Halloween? Come on, it's great. It's better than Christmas, but no gifts generally.
Plus, he likes dressing up in costume.
I think the best part of Halloween is scaring people. I really do. I think scaring people, getting them to jump out of their pants, especially those guys that are real tough, that, you know, their girlfriend's kind of hiding behind them, and when we jump out and do an effect, and the big tough guy grabs the girlfriend or the wife and throws her in front of them, that's a good effect. That's a good effect. And then they run crying.
Mine says I'm never around because we're so deep into scare for like 3 months out of the year building, so they kind of feel like they take a back seat. But they understand, and they understand that for me it's you know, a good cause, and they're supportive.
For me, most of them don't quite get the passion, the extremism of it, and we are pretty extreme. But they appreciate, especially the philanthropy end of it, the working with the kids, the mentorship programs, the teaching, you know, bringing out the school for the blind, autistic kids, the money we raise for charities. They get that, and so they tend to support us as a whole.
Jared goes through, we start planning in January, and there's a whole script committee that comes up with our theme and our, you know, our script. It's a guided, 45-minute guided tour through this. It's 100% volunteers, which a lot of people are like, wow, you've got 120, 150 volunteers, you know, doing this night after night. And because they love Halloween, and they love that it's a good cause. So I think that's...
I think from my perspective, what sets us across is most haunted houses, money is the primary driving factor. The haunted house needs to make money so they can do it again next year. So they shove as many people through as they can, thousands of people through every night. And I mean, I've seen it's like cattle. We separate that. What we're doing is we're putting on a play in which the paying customer is the star of the show. And this play takes place across 30 different stages in 5-minute intervals. I mean, it's very intense. And from what I know, no one else in the nation does what we do. The fact also that it's entirely extreme. It's full contact. Guests are crawling, sliding, swinging, dodging, getting covered in gore. People love that. They love getting splashed, who knew, in the face with bloody gore and slime and giblets. And they come out, and we take photographs at the end, and they're just so proud of themselves of how dirty and disgusting they got. You don't get that from a commercial haunt. You don't get it from most charity haunts, or any charity haunt that I know of. And I think the extremism is what sets us apart as well.
Yeah, I think that we asked for feedback from our customers in 2009. They said that the only thing that was wrong with their haunted house was it wasn't bloody enough.
More blood.
So we gave them lots of blood in 2010.
It comes in 5-gallon buckets. We make it ourselves. It's awesome. We have several propulsion devices. Some are professional movie quality squibs that Edwin Wise, our mad scientist, makes himself. And so when they get shot with a 12 gauge or hit with an axe, from a 9-foot Minotaur. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
You know, get hit with it explodes and just pastes the whole group with blood and giblets. Or maybe we have a gore cannon that when they come by, they do a certain thing. The effect is that it activates the gore cannon and just splatters them with it. One year we had a young high school actress in the ceiling, and she would vomit bloody gore on them as they walked under her. If they didn't say the answer the riddle right or whatever, she'd be like, "You failed," and just yeah, we're pretty sick. I think the most extreme and elaborate special effect we've ever pulled was having an 8-foot demon on a rigging jump off a 40-foot tower and land feet from the group. Just appear out of nowhere. We filled the tower with fog and smoke and lighting, and they would enact this ritual, this chant, and when they summon the demon, he would literally, they're looking for him to come out of this stage left, stage right, whatever, but no, he dropped from the tower 40 feet down and landed in front of them, and he was, you know, towering over them 8 foot tall. That was a pretty awesome effect. Vortex tunnel fireballs. Last year's fireball, 30-foot fireball exploding 15 feet above the guest's head. Yeah, that people hit the ground.
I think the crazy cart gets everybody every year too, because they're thrown in through inside this like black area, and they think that they're safe, and all of a sudden it just takes off.
They escape into a room or a closet or something, and then it's a dead end, and they think, oh my god, it's whatever it is, it's done, and then they don't realize we've built that entire room on the back of a trailer or inside a U-Haul van, and then the whole thing takes off up a hill with them, and they're like, what the hell? So yeah, pretty good stuff.
You know, that is something that we're really proud of, and I think that, you know, it's also all of our volunteers have a passion for being creative and for Halloween, and I think that that's the one thing that keeps us together, is that you come here and then you don't expect to fall in love with the people that are here. And we've had veterans that have come back since day
marriages, dating.
Yeah.
Mom or dad will come out to volunteer. The next weekend, you know, the mom comes, and the following weekend all the kids come, and then the following weekend after that, the kids' friends come, and then we get their parents.
And it's full families,
full families come out. I mean, it's great.
We finish Halloween, and then we pack up our haunted house, and then we get right into, we have one month off, 2 months off, and we're at it again in January. So we just stay connected all year long. Oh, it's a
cult. Exactly.
We are referred to as the cult of scare. So at any grouping where we've got 80 or more people, especially if we're in a public place where there's like non-scare people, all I have to do is yell out, "For the greater good." And like 80 people in unison will go, "For the greater good." It's kind of creepy.
Scary.
Kind of creepy.
Oh, it's kind of scary.
Scary.
Yeah. Oh.
We scare because we care.
Oh my god.
What really inspires me to do this was Richard Garriott. Richard Garriott, world-famous video game designer, space traveler, civilian astronaut. Back in the 80s and 90s, he did Britannia Manor, which is the, in my opinion, undisputed world's greatest haunted house. He didn't charge to go through. He did raise some money for charity, but he did it because the love, the passion for telling a story and doing it in the haunted Halloween environment. But of course, he was a multimillionaire, and
We're not.
Not
yet.
So, not yet. I like that. High five. But he would spend like $150,000 of his own money to turn his home, which was like a castle, into this elaborate, story-driven, like being stuck in a video game, role-playing type haunted house environment. I was like, man, I want to do that someday. And it took me 20 years, but we finally got it rolling. And that's kind of what inspires me. I want people to step in and feel like they're stuck in this video game or in a novel, in a book. You know, Scare for Cure is 1 part haunted house, 1 part mystery dinner theater, and 1 part carnival adventure ride. You know, that about got it all? 3 parts, 3/3. And it's nothing, no one else does it. No one.
So he knows I have a phobia of dolls.
Doesn't like dolls.
Why are there dolls this year?
There are dolls this year because the volunteers
Yeah.
wanted dolls, so we have dolls.
No.
No?
You just
All the boxes that have dolls in them in our storage are labeled, Norma, do not open this box.
I seriously can't stand dolls.